Yes, YouTube. This your boy TKF20, the Caribbean Gamer, and welcome back. What I have for you today, guys, it's GT Sport. Yes, I know, I have been playing it for a while, but anyway, we are here now. What I want to do today, guys, is show you where car came from to where they are now and where they are going to be in the next 2 years or 3 years eventually. Normally, I like to give my shout out at the end of the video, but I just want to do it now because most of these guys are into cars. First off, SKB Energy. Sorry buddy, I just couldn't get any Mark X, so you just have to settle for what I have. X amount, my boy over in here is Zwang. My good time, long time Need for Speed buddy, Joe. Okish. Evolution AQ and K0 Wing. Now before we get to it, guys, I want to start off with a car that is more than just classic. This car originally started what racing was like back then. Let's rock. Check it out. Now, who can remember this car? This is a Honda S2000, and most people totally forget about this car. This car debuted, well, not really debuted, but most people know about it from the first Fast and the Furious. This was the villain's car. I think the guy name was Johnny Trend, the bad guy, and this was basically his star car. And like I said, most people totally forget about this car because there's so much modern cars out there right now. Dodge Demon, Dodge Hellcat, my boy SKB Energy. You're pushing the Mark X. I'm a Subaru guy. You done not a blood clot. But yeah, this car at its time was as small as it is. It was a beast. Don't get it wrong, guys. Now, who remembers this car? This car was, and is always gonna be a beast in its own right. This was when Mazda was kicking ass. Okay, this is the RX-7 that Vin Diesel drove in the first Fast and the Furious. But now Mazda's all futuristic and shit. Let's take a look, guys. Today, if you talk about Mazda, this is what you're gonna be seeing. And I'm telling you, from back then till now, yeah, Mazda is not making any more joke, guys. Now, before I said what I want to say, let's just give a brief tribute to my boy Paul Walker. Now, this car is just more than iconic. This car, no matter where it goes, it's just a beast, it's just a monster. And even in 2018, this car is still to be feared. Okay, this is the Skyline GTR. Most people know it as the R34. Yeah, this was Nissan back then. Let's take a look at where Nissan is now or will be in the next 2 years. No, I'm not a fan of Nissan, guys. Trust me, I'm a Subaru freak. But hey, if this is gonna be the new GTR in 2020, if all goes well. I'm more than on board. Look at this shit. Sleek, elegant, and it performs just like a GTR. Not like the R35, but from what I've played in game, it plays more like the R34. So yeah, I think they are going back to the monster route of dominating the tracks and the streets. So Ferrari guys, be on the lookout. This is Nissan in the next 2 years, guys. Now, it's hard to do a video and not put in this car right here, the Toyota Supra. This is just more than a monster. I mean, there's so much people who feel like they had power, and when this car showed up, it just shuts everybody down. Yeah, this was Toyota back then in the 90s. Yeah, you know, they had the Corolla and the 76 Corolla that they use for rally and stuff like that. But let's take a look at the upcoming supposed to be Toyota Supra. Now, hopefully, this is supposed to be the new and upcoming Toyota Supra, and it looks really aggressive. I'm not sure if the performance is gonna be on par, but yeah, like I said, back then to now, this is how car is gonna be. However, I don't looking at this, the 2020 Nissan GTR look a lot more futuristic. I'm not sure if it's gonna got the power to back the looks, but yeah. Now, what you're looking at right now is the the track version of the upcoming, supposed to be Toyota Supra. And if you look at where the brakes are positioned, yeah, it's gonna get super awesome braking, guys. Trust me. Just take a look at this shit. If this is gonna replace the Supra, I'm down for it. Yeah. Now, who could remember these cars? These are cars when Clint Eastwood and John Wayne, them were the big guys in movies, Blues Brothers and stuff like that there. And this is a Dodge Challenger RT. I like to call him Vin Diesel Special because, you know, he just like these kind of shit. And this was back then. Let's take a look at the upcoming futuristic Dodge cars. Now, Dodge got basically a lot of cars out there, such as this one right here, which is the SRT Hellcat. If you look at any videos at the Hellcat, the Dodge Demon, yeah, the Hemi engine is not to mess with. But this is not really so much futuristic, okay? We're going to something a little bit more. Now, this is what Dodge is gonna be like in the future. Now, there's also some other vehicle by the name of Tomahawk, and it's a motorbike with 2 front wheels that can split side by side for taking corners a lot better. But now, yeah, this is the futuristic Dodge SRT Tomahawk. Now, this might look like something that Batman would drive, and if you look at it, it might not be appealing, but this shit is fast as fuck. Yes, I have to put it like that. Let's take a look at its specs, shall we? Now this car is max power 2586 at 13,800 RPM. Now I don't even think there's a fighter jet that got stats like this here. Look at the inside. Like I said, cars back then to now is just awesome. Look at the exhaust. I think it's 5 or 6 exhausts it have, but I'm going to try my best to get a little bit of gameplay using this car for you guys. It's fast and I definitely had a hard time controlling it. So there's 3 variants, as you can see right here. You have the road variant, you have the GR variant, and you have the group 1 variant. So as you can see, they're basically the same but with lower horsepower, lower specs, and you know, I mean, this one have on a big rear wing which really give a lot of downforce. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get a little bit of video with this car for you guys. I'm out. Also slows it down and give it more traction for cornering. I know that was mad when they made the Viper, and the Viper was very powerful, and I don't even think that Hennessy and GT have anything to do with this right now. I just love this car. It basically stops instantaneously. You can wait until you reach up in a corner, the hit you brake and the car stops. I think the engine is a V12 and you can hear all those cylinders just roaring. Yeah man, this is just next gen racing type shit. Anyway, that's all I have.